Bishop Daniel Thomas is celebrating his 10th anniversary as Bishop of Toledo and 19 counties in Ohio.
Yeah, Bishop Thomas came to Toledo from Philadelphia, where he was an auxiliary.
Chief photojournalist Paul Quapic caught up with Bishop Thomas to reflect on the past 10 years and beyond.
My senior staff was so generous that they thought it might be a good idea to copycat, in a sense, what I had done on the day of my announcement. So that will include, after having Mass for the whole diocese, then I'll go off and make a number of visits, and those visits include a visit to be with university students, a visit for the sick and the infirm and those in nursing care, a visit to consecrated religious and them, a visit to one of our Catholic Charities outreaches, which is La Posada, a home for those folks who find themselves homeless, and then a supper with my closest consultors, who are the College of Consultors, that is, the priests who are my closest collaborators. Someone asked me if you could put a thematic to your 10 years, what would it be? And my response has been 10 years of unmerited grace. So the gift of anything that's been accomplished has been the gift of the grace of the Lord. It's been His grace active in our people. And my dear dad used to say, a captain is only good as his crew. I think in the church we don't speak of our accomplishments because the accomplishments are all the Lord's. So whatever has been accomplished, it's not mine, and it's not mine to claim, but I certainly rejoice in the gifts of grace that we've seen over the 10 years. And those include, for example, being able to create a strategic plan, the first one in the history of the diocese, to be able to follow and to help to define our pastoral care for all of our people. I think certainly one of them has been the effort regarding the restructuring of our diocese. And while that doesn't seem attractive for some people, it meant that we would live within our means. It meant stewardship of people's funds, and of course, more recently, a very successful major capital campaign. Well, there are always things that need to be done. So my list is still very long, and I hope the Lord keeps me here for at least another 10 years.
You have given us the consolation.
I like to speak in threes, so one of my threes is effective, efficient, and evangelical. And if we can do that for the sake of the gospel, for announcing the message of Jesus, for sharing His love, His compassion, and His goodness for the flock entrusted to my care, and even beyond, then that's what we're called to do.
Bishop Thomas says he's proud that the Catholic population has remained relatively steady, and that especially last year, pastors were telling him that more and more people are entering the church.